Summer brain drain, or summer slide, as media has been calling it, is a loss of several months of learning that young people have demonstrated when they go back to school. So what we tend to find is that when young people go back to school the next school year and they're being tested on what they learned the previous year, what we find is that they have not retained what they learned from the previous year. If a child is not engaged in good summer learning, they tend to fall behind. What we often see is when they go back to school, they're either a month to several months behind, and over a period of summers, it has a cumulative effect. Well, this is something that every child faces, but what we find is that low-income children tend to have a more cumulative effect. They're not as engaged in quality summer programs, or they're not having the same types of learning experiences as children that are in middle and higher income families, and so therefore they tend to be the ones that fall farther behind. And then over the course of time, that cumulative effect definitely means that their grade level's behind rather than a few months behind. We find that oftentimes children of middle and high income families are engaged in different types of summer programs or quality educational programs and travel that would reinforce what they were learning in school. And other children have unsupervised time, and possibly they're just playing with video games or they're just hanging out, and so they don't have the types of things that's reinforcing what they have learned in school. It usually tends to happen because these children are not engaged in the types of activities that would provide enrichment or support around reading and math. Some of the benefits of having a good summer learning program is, one, that you can stay up with your peers in terms of you're getting the reinforcement of what you learned during the school year, during the high quality program. One that engages a young person in possibly reading, one that engages the young person in math or science. Also, I think the benefits of a quality program during the summer months is also because it addresses some of the need that these young people have around nutrition. Nutrition is important to definitely learning and growing, and by having a good program that also gives these children access to a good nutritional, healthy snack, healthy summer meal, then also these are things that will benefit them in terms of the summer learning loss prevention. 3 things that parents can do to help their kids over the summer. One is to read, encourage their children to read on a regular basis. The second thing that they could do is provide for them fun, engaging activities, which we call at Boys and Girls Club high yield activities, that basically just reinforces what they are learning in school. And then the third thing that they could do is get their kids involved in community service activities, something that's going to engage them in a way that it's a real life experience, it's giving back to the community, and it again reinforces what they learn in school. A good place that can get these activities is a Boys and Girls Club. A Boys and Girls Club that is definitely intentional in terms of their programming during the summer, that is not only engaging them in fun activities and things that they can do with their peers, but making sure that they are reading, that they are involved in activities where they're helping in the club or helping in the community through those service activities. And then secondly, the club is also making sure that they're very intentional about what they're doing that's going to be that fun with a purpose, getting them engaged around reading, getting them engaged around math or science, and keeping them in activities that's going to reinforce what they were learning in school during the school year. It's very important for parents to be involved over the summer months. Kids need to be engaged, and parents are the first teachers. If parents are engaged with their kids in finding it that it's important to read, it's important to be engaged with other people in service activities during the summer months, or it's just important to even have a high level of activity that's trips to the museum that's going to reinforce what they're doing in school. Parents help set the routine, the standard for why that's important.